Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So, today we're going to do an art journal page, and it's going to be an easy one. I've done these before. It's, it's not rocket science. I have a couple of these, but because I have a lot of new subscribers and new people who are starting the art journals, I thought I would go over it real quick. It's a quick demo, not a big deal. But first, I'm going to ask you to please like this video, and if you really, really like me, subscribe down below. Click that button, click the bell next to it. I'd appreciate that. It helps me get in the algorithm. And if you would share me on your social media pages, that would be great too. I appreciate everything. And let's get to getting. So, this is my... this was gifted to me. I love Gustav Klimt. He is my favorite artist. I mean, for years, and I can't even tell you how long. So this is from 2011, so that goes to show you. But he's okay. I didn't want to get rid of this because it was bought for me, and I just can't see getting rid of it. And I almost thought to take all the pictures out of art that's in here of his and like glue them to a big canvas. Do you know what I mean? Like almost like a collage, and then hang it up, and I have them all. I still may do that. I may not, but here we're going to go today. All I've done is I've done different, I mean, I've written here. I decided to let him stay. I write quotes and do all the things. Let me find just a couple pages to show you. In fact, Emily and I were just talking about that yesterday. Okay, but journal pages, very simple, not a big deal. I am stronger than my challenges. My challenges are making me stronger. And then I just did a little girl. I made a stencil of this cat. So I was showing that. And this is kind of a background we're going to do today. I'm going to show you. And then I just sit, and it's just for me to get some ideas and get out. I mean, what the heck is this? I don't know, but she's there. And then we got a nice black page because I must have been feeling that day. You ever do that? Oh, girl, please. Oh, I must have quite a few. And then we have this one that I did, which is a very easy abstract. This one is from a stencil? And look how cool that came out. Almost looks like velvet. So that came out really cool. This was using gesso and black just to get a black and white look to it. Oh, jeez, oh, Pete, I'm moving everything, so everything's kind of like all over the place. But I found it, and I was like, oh, I keep being asked for ATCs and art journal pages. So, all right, I'm not gonna bore you no more, but we got that one. Am I gonna bore you? We're gonna see. Backgrounds that I love doing, little notes and stuff I write myself. She's just peeping because she's a peeper. And that's pretty much it. What else do we got? Some backgrounds that I've done. I love just using little stencils. More backgrounds. And I try not to do it on the art unless the art doesn't speak to me. If the art speaks to me, which some of it does, I absolutely have works from him that I absolutely love. Other ones, I don't really care. Obviously, that's the tree one. So, let's get going. All right. And I have these papers. I'm not going to do an open spread, but sometimes when I do, and I'm sure you guys, have seen this and all, you kind of put a piece of paper here so the extra paint and all that kind of stuff goes off on it, right? All right, so what I'm going to do is first I'm going to gesso this. And I don't need to gesso a lot because my dog's going to start crying because he hears me in here. I don't need to gesso a lot because I like that lines coming through. And that's if any of it shows through anyway. But I like to get a little bit of, and I have my damp sponge, as you see, brush. It's just going to make it a little bit easier for me. And it kind of thins it out a little bit and takes it, I don't need all the numbers. I mean, look how fast and easy, right? And I'll be using this my whole time. But you can see a shadow, and why not? Get my nails all yucky. I'm forever walking around with paint under, over. I mean, what do you do, right? It's art. Okay, so I'm going to dry this real quick. Now, when I do this, I want you to think. Let's try to get it a little bit dry. Think about whether you're going to do a big one, a small one, if you're doing an ATC. And when I show you my little stencil, or my stencil I'm using, and give you this idea, you can look at things in a completely different way. So this is some, I'm horrible with my ink pads. I ruin every single one I have. I love them. But this is called, I don't even know if they make this anymore. I was going to say Ophelia. That's not it. Opalite. From... It doesn't say. It just says the Reflective Interference Ink Opalite. Pigment Ink Pad Arctic Emerald, which is a gorgeous color you shall see. And then I'm going to use the Stays On Teal Blue, which is permanent as well. Is she going to open? And I love this stuff. And I'm not, I just love getting the ink off and doing my stuff. So, this is all I'm doing. We're going to go with this kind of color today. We're going to make a background. Now, I'm not going to go too deep because where I would maybe mix media the background a lot and do all kinds of stuff, which I love doing, but I would do that on a bigger scale. Maybe it would be a canvas or just a big piece of watercolor paper. But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to stick with these colors. So let's do a little turquoise. And I just squeezed it so it came up a little bit. I'm not even gonna, okay. And we're gonna just kind of go like this. Remember, you do whatever you want, whatever colors you want, whatever you want. Come on, baby. Okay. And I'll take my brush again, just wet it a little bit, have to squeeze it out again. Just a little bit. You know what? I might just use my regular brush just because I want to get done. I don't want you guys having to be here forever. But very lightly. And you see, I gave it a second to dry. I don't have to go right at it because I want this. I want this delicious everything, right? Okay. I'm not going to dry that yet. Let's put a little bit more gesso on. And I'm just going to do a dot here, a dot here, a dot here. And then we're going to have to pick a color to go in the middle. And this is going to push some of that back so we can continue working on, oh, let's do this way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I like that. Now don't throw this out because if I had my other paper here, which I don't, I can clean this off. And you're starting to get other things going on. I just love throwing paint around. That's the problem here. Let's do some, this is called lime green. Who doesn't like that? And it's just to add some interest. More interest. Go with this brush. I'm just going to kind of move around. And it looks crazy, I know. It's kind of what I want. And don't forget on the sides. And then I'll go in and wet my brush. And I'm going to go over it because one of the things I like to do, and you see it's kind of covering and all, and it's drying fast. I don't know why, because it's so wet and moist here today, and I hate that word. But I'm going to take my other piece of paper I had here. Look at that. I'm going to layer down. And I'm going to just kind of get off some of that green. And you see, now I have someone here so I can continue on, doing whatever. And if I want more off, I like to go and twist. Look at that. I don't even have to blow it dry. or heat gun it, or... I mean, you see how ridiculous this is, right? Just because it's so easy. Okay, now let's pick our, should we do purple or red? Let's do purple. I'm gonna take the lid off so I can squeeze her. Squeeze her out. I keep hearing my dog, and like he's here, but he's not. He's in the other room. You'll see why I have that in a second. But I'm going to just take some of this out, just a squeeze. This is called Violet Pansy. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll use this right now. I'm going to put water, and we're going to go like these. And I'm going to squoosh it. A little bit more water. You can also spray. You don't have to. Okay, and I'm going to hold this. I mean, look how cool already. Just the colors. My camera's like, what? It went real nice there for a second. You can see it better that way because it's like the teal and the... Okay. It looks good. I'm going to kind of run this along here on the top. And then I'm going to take my water bottle and I want a lot of it. I'm going to go back in. You can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now this, go like that, can be anything. This could be a mixed media background maybe, or, you know, you're just trying to play, have some fun. And don't worry, I'm going to take that off. I just want some of that goodness coming down. Come on, baby. Give it another squirt from the top. There you go. And I'm just going to leave it run for a minute. You can make it run whatever way you want. Because it just keeps getting, I know it's hard for you to see, but I like those lines that are going on. So what I'm going to do is take and just dab a little bit. So you're going to see now we have texture there from the paper towel. Now if I had I got to start setting up that I have my extra paper here because I hate wasting the paint. Now I'm going to blow it dry. Which will also blow, you know, you can kind of blow in a different direction. Do whatever you want. Well, you know, I could use a spray too. Think about that. And I want it dry, pretty dry. I know, I said fast, but the problem is, I get so excited doing like mixed media background pages, like I'm going to do another one on a canvas, but I just love them, and I always get the greatest emails and comments because people love having ideas of, oh, I didn't know I could do that or this, or, you know, and what to do. You know, sometimes you get stuck. This unsticks me. And I had the most, oh my God, the nicest comments on my pouring video. I'm going to do more. I got asked to do different kinds, so that's going to be coming up too. I'm going to get out my pool and I'm going to play. I'm going to take, we're going to see if this works. I have the worst luck also with these, with sprays in general. Okay. This is just, I'm sorry. This is Deco Art Media Misters. I love these when they work. And it's not that they don't work because they're crappy. It's because I don't every time you use whatever it is, it could be Delusions, it could be, I don't know, there's a million of them. Twinkling H2Os, I don't know what the hell they're called, but once you squirt your color and you're done, take your paper towel and wipe it real good, or your art rag. Wipe it, because what happens is it's going to dry hard, and then you're going to try to spray it. And if you're lucky, you can spray it again, but it'll like do like a pure rather than all over the page. And then the more it dries, it's just not going to work. So you want to make sure you really clean. You know what? Let's do this. Let's just throw this bad boy down. But you see, like, that's great. But you can see right here. And I have to do, I'm going to do a short or a video on these because I love them. And you know what the good thing is? Now, I love Delusions sprays. I'm not going to lie. However, what I hate about them is that they reactivate kind of thing. And when it does that, I'm going to stick this down just to pick up any excess. It just saves me a lot. And if you don't have a heat gun or hair dryer by you, it's an easy way to help make it dry faster. And there's no I don't want to see anything. I just want to see some of that color. What was I going to say? They reactivate. So, you know, I'm doing this kind of thing, and I'm waiting on that to dry, but it's Delusions, it's dry, and I go on to add another color, and it runs. Sometimes this will give a tinge if I didn't leave it dry enough, which I have a habit of doing, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I like them. I like their it's not called Rub and Buff, but it's like a wax shimmer that they have. I love a lot of their stuff. Obviously, I love Plaid and Folk Art. I love all their stuff. But they don't have sprays. So that's that. All right, so let's look. You can't even see how pretty that is. I hope it's better on your, maybe my color on my, I'm a little colorblind, so maybe on your computer it'll be better. Okay, so I'm just going to get to the point. So, okay. So I have this, make it go whatever way you want. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you guys know that I love making my own stencils. And one of the ways I love doing it, okay, bye, get over there, is I take pictures from magazines of women standing. And the reason I was saying before, like if you go to a magazine, maybe there's a little outline, like maybe there's a picture of a dog or a cat or whatever. Just take a piece of plastic. It can be paper. I mean, it could be cardstock for that matter. And just get it and put it over it and trace it. And then take your X-Acto knife, boop, boop, boop. You have the mask and then you have a stencil. So there's that. Very easy. And like I said, she's been through it. I use this a lot. But here's the good thing. Now you see, I can do many things here. I can put this here. I can sketch, I can draw inside here, take it off, and then that gives me my outline to paint all around it. So this is just the only thing in it. Now if I still had the mask, which I don't, I think the dog chewed it, that's another story, then I could just lay that down and paint over everything. Okay, but I don't, and sometimes you don't. Things happen. Or sometimes I like to go in and paint a solid color in here and then leave all the outside. But what I think I'm going to do today is kind of use this as a thingamajig and kind of move it around. And you can turn your book, you know, she ain't necessarily going to fit this way, but she could. I mean, I can cut her off because I really dig this like turquoise up here, and the turquoise and purple. Do you see that? And I know I'm going to have to get rid of that, and I hate it, but it is what it is. This is a great project in learning, you know, keeping and getting too much, and because I'm all about too much. So I will go in. I don't have, I'll use my Stabilo, which is a this writes on paper glass, plastic metal, and it's water activated, and it's one of my favorite things in the world. I use this a lot, and I have in a lot of colors. I also have that Sherry Rennie sent me. They're in like little wood things of all the colors. I think they're for kids, but I love them. I use them a lot. Hey, Sherry, if you're watching. And, you know, thank you. I don't want to leave anybody out. And I said to Dave, I'm not going to do this. But, like, thanks to everybody leaving comments. Angelique and Angie and, oh, geez, Ramona, Sherry. Oh, God, I'm going to forget people. No. Janice. Who else left it? Trucker Janie. Oh, God, a beautiful little girl I was talking about, the pouring. I'll have to look. But, I mean, everybody, please don't be offended. It's just, you guys have really made me so, so happy. So happy that I forgot to trace her length. Okay. Now, go in. Now, what color do you want? Do you want to do black so that sticks out? Do you want to do an orange? Do you want to do, you know, what do you want to do? I like black. I know. So I'm going to take some black. This is Pure Black by Folk Art. They're always here at my desk, always. I don't know if you can see, but that's my primary what I use. I love it. And I have all my Goldens and Liquitex down there because I've been using them as well because I don't want them to go to waste. So I'm just going to follow. I mean, look how fun this is. It's almost like you're coloring, right? You can thin your paint out if you want. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to paint this, and then I'll be back, and then you can see what she looks like. Okay, so you can see I did that. Now what I'm going to do, I added some water to the black because I'm going to take a paper towel or another piece of paper, whatever you have, but I'm going to use a paper towel because I really love that. I'm going to see what happens here. I'm just going to tap this, and I hope some of this pattern yeah, see that? That's what I'm looking for. I'll do it here. Maybe I can get away with one. I'm so cheap. I don't have to have it everywhere. Oh, it's going to get on my hands, that's why. I'll just use the other one. I reuse my paper towels all the time too. I'll open it up and let it dry. Okay, now I didn't put too much water over on this side because it's where I started. So I'm just going to see if I can reactivate this area. But I kind of like that black outline, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, okay. All right, I think we're liking the black outline though. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to go back in with my brush, get some of this paint real quick, and I'm just going to kind of, now look, you might be looking at this and think to yourself, why in the world did she have to trace it and cut it out? I can draw that easy. Then go ahead. I am all for that. I love it. But guess what? Between medicine and illnesses, I don't even remember to pee during the day, so I have to do these kind of things. I don't want to cover that, but I'm going to have to put like a, yeah. And that's, I mean, that's it. You could, like I said, you could do whatever color you want. Get this up here, and then we're going to put some of the shininess on it. Okay. Now I will dry this. I'm trying to continue doing my YouTube and doing videos and all the requests and stuff I get. This is one of them, and I'm just going to keep on keeping on and doing them while you guys request. And if I forget, like let's say I say, oh yeah, I'll do it, and then I forget, don't get mad at me. Just ask me again. Remind me, because like I said, I can forget to pee, eat, all the things. So it's very helpful to me. Now here's where the fun comes in. Okay. Here's where the fun comes in. Okay, like you have this. I mean, that's a great, that's, you know, a great page. But now you can go in and do many things. Maybe you look at it and you're like, you know what? I think she needs a face. Or I see a face in there. Maybe you see, you want to put the arms in there, you know, do whatever. You can also work on the outside. You got some collage you want to put down. Like I said, I'm going to use this. So that won't be too bad. Let's see if it'll go on here for you. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. And then I like to go in and just kind of rubber around. Yeah. And you're still going to have that mark, the marks from the paper towel, which are my favorite things. I mean, if you've been with me for a minute, you know. When I get those marks from paper towels, it's like Jesus himself came down and said, girl, good job. Girl, you're doing a good job. That's what I hear. No. That's just a stupid joke. Okay. Look at this. And you see how you can just really start building so much stuff here. And you can see as I wipe with my hands, it just smears it. You know, you could go in here and do all this. Probably needs a spray. Like I said, these are old, but you can use, what do I have here? Like my Galaxy stuff from Plaid or, you know, whatever. But it's just a fun way to play on a rainy, yucky day when, you know, not much going on. This is the Glitterific Fine in Rose Gold. Let's see what she does. Ooh. A little pre-glitter there. Okay. Ooh. Just kind of... You ever do stuff and then you're like, oh, I should have waited and I should have just put it around her. But this would be pretty even on that to make it, you know, more sparkly as well. There you go. Just an idea. You can write in your markers. Maybe you have a quote like stand tall or hang on. Just keep hanging on. Okay. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. Just a lot of fun, a lot of stuff. Like I said, scribble, scribble. If it's too much glitter for you, I can never have too much glitter. You can always go back in with your towel and just dab it up. You know, don't be worried about like too much. This is about playing with your stuff. Like, it's not about, let me get some more gesso here, show you something. You know, it's not about perfection. This is our art journal where we just play and new techniques and new things, you know. So another fun thing, you know, I like to do is you could doodle on here, but you can make it like a faux stitch. I feel like you guys are like, okay, it's enough. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. You know, I always do too much. Why not? I'm all about, like, I'm Veruca Salt. I want it all, and I want it now. Glitter, gesso, mica. And obviously, you know, you take your time and do it. But look how cool that looks. Then you can go and make, you know, maybe you have other, you know, kind of things that you like, but you can, you know, I always do things in odd numbers, but you can do whatever you want, you know, and start doing all kinds of cool stuff. That's all I'm going to keep you. I promise, promise, promise. I'm done. I will just sit here and keep on playing. But I think you get what I'm saying. And I mean, just that, look at the white lines around that. White lines. Do you know what I mean? Like, look how cool. Just that. And if you want her to have legs, you could have put in the leg. Like, just, you can just go so far with all this stuff. And I have a lot more coming up, like magazine and stuff like that. You guys always love that stuff. And especially for new people out there trying mixed media and all the things. You know, I love that stuff. So I will have, I'll be picking this out of my nails all night. I will have that kind of stuff coming on. But, I mean, it's freaking cute, okay? Enjoy. Throw paint. I know some people are going to say, well, you covered up all that paint. That's my point. That's as a mixed media person, I can see all that goodness in there. You could see little pieces, the orange and the green and the blue. And that's the fun part of it all. And then you have it here. So you can draw her hair. Oh, gosh. Okay. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Leave me a comment. I love it. I'm loving having conversations with you guys. And knowing, you know, what's going on with you guys and what you think of this and ways that you might tweak it. And please leave me a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys are all doing well. You guys have a fantastic night. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.